Hi, my name is Nathaniel. I'm currently year 3 in Ngee Poly studying financial informatics, and here is my TFI exercise.
Hi, today I will show you my week 12 Uipath practical. So in this practical, we were requested to use and reference this exception sheet in order to calculate the difference between the cash in and cash out. And based on the difference, we will input the difference, and if any of the values are not a number, there will be an appropriate output that will be required, such as cash in wrong or cash out wrong, depending on which of the values is not a number. So we can only use the try catch blocks, and we are not allowed to use the if and else statements, which actually make this much more interesting. And lastly, the file will be saved into a lesson 12 exception sheet updated, so with the headers accordingly. So now I will show you my TFI Uipath practical, which is here. So I have created this workflow as well as sequence, and as you can see, it's quite linear, so actually it will be better as a sequence. However, here is the variable. So we have the data table variable, which is a data table, and we have the inputs variable, which is also data table. So the difference between these two is one of the data tables will be the collected data from the original Excel file, and the inputs one will be the data table that will be used to input into the new Excel file. Next, we have cash in, cash out, and difference. For cash in and cash out is of integer type. So when we are doing the try catch, we'll be trying to convert the values into an integer variable, and if it does not convert, they will give us an error. For the difference is a string, so whenever we make any calculations, we will be inputting that calculation into the difference variable. So first we start by building the input data table. So the input data table is created in order to ensure that we can actually save the values that are calculated. So we have similarly 3 different columns: cash in, cash out, and difference, and it's outputted to the data table. Next, we have an Excel application scope. And using the Excel application scope, we will open up the lesson 12 exception sheet and read the Excel 12 exception sheet using the reach range variable. And in order to ensure that it does not overwrite the file, we actually ensure that the create new file is not ticked. And yeah, so we allow the add headers so that we can ensure that the headers uh, will be taken into consideration. So next we have a for each row in the data table. So from here we can see actually that there are many different values and rows within the data table, which is the original Excel file. So it will take each row, and first what it actually does is we reset the difference first. So because later on when we do certain calculations, the difference will be changed, and then whenever we rerun a new row, we will want the difference to be reset to being blank. So first we have a try catch to calculate the difference. So for the difference, we want to first try to calculate if it's possible to create a difference. So we try to convert row 0 and row 1, which is cash in and cash out, into integers, and then minus each other, and then change that back to string so that it can be saved to the difference. If there is an error, the try catch will catch the exception, and it will move on to the next section. So for the next section, we actually try by assigning the cash in into the we try to assign the cash in by changing the row 0 into an integer. So it will try to convert, and if it does not convert, it will catch the exception, and it would assign the difference to being cash in is wrong. Next, we have the third try catch, which is to try to convert the cash out value. So you try to convert the cash out value by using C integer row 1, which is to convert row 1 into an integer, and if it does not convert, then it will catch the value, and after it catches the value, it will actually append that to the difference. So in the occasion where we have both cash in and cash out wrong, they will have be written as cash in wrong, cash out wrong. However, if there is no wrong, then the difference will be the difference assigned by the first try catch, which is to calculate the difference. And if there is an error, the difference will not be assigned and therefore be blank, so that the cash in and cash out try catches can actually be the cash in and cash out try catches can be actually be appended to the thing. And lastly, we add the data row. So how we add the data row is we take the row 0, row 1, and the difference that was calculated to be the array, and then that will be added to the original database, which is the inputs database that will be used for assigning the values to the new Excel file. So lastly, we have an Excel application scope to allow the creation of the updated exception sheets. So as you can see here, we have create new file. So this means that if there is an existing file, the file will be overwritten, and if it's not, if there is no new file, then it will just create a new file. And based on this, we write range to write the inputs into the sheet 1, and it will be starting from A1, so it will be starting from the top. And to allow for headers to be input, we allow the add headers option. So now I will run the file, and as you can see, the folder is being run and now it has completed. So you can see here, we can see lesson 12 exception sheet updated, and if we click this to open it up, you can see it's clearly written. So these values are numbers, so they can give us the difference. However, these values are actually non-numbers, so you can see cash in and cash out is wrong, cash in wrong. However, the cash out is correct, and this one, cash in is correct, but the cash out is wrong. So as you can see, this application works, and this will be all for my presentation. Thank you very much.